Michael Bridge, thanks for stopping by and having a chat with me. I know you're usually interviewing other people, but it's your turn to have a little chat with me.
I'll take this out, actually.
Yeah, don't be too nervous. Yeah, we don't have all that stuff, producers and that. So, Bridgie, tell the pool fans a little bit about yourself. We'll talk about your first year in pool in a minute.
Yeah.
But what is your background?
So predominantly, well, I've been at Sky Sports News for the past 15 years, so mainly covering football, boxing, and darts, but it's been mainly football, to be honest with you, and transfer news, press conferences with managers Thursdays and Fridays. So it's been mainly football, and then darts for the last few years. I'm big into my darts, and then the occasional boxing pay-per-view. But then Sky left, Matchroom left boxing. They'd gone to DAZN, and Sky bringing it back on the boxing and doing well with it. But it's been predominantly football.
And have you always been involved in TV in a certain way since you left school?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. When I went to university, then came back from uni, trying to do bits of work experience here and there. But I'm grateful for the opportunity from Sky. I did work experience there, and sometimes it just clicks. Back then, a degree in journalism, this and that, and certain obstacles that there are now weren't so strict, and everything kind of fell into place on my work experience placement, and I've been at Sky ever since.
And what about your first year in pool? Which was your first event again now? World Cup of Pool, weren't it?
World Cup of Pool, yeah.
That's where we first met, and then I ended up playing.
I know, yeah, incredible. I'll tell you something. Look, I'm going to be completely honest. I've always liked snooker, watched maybe pool now and again on Sky, but I was never really ensconced in it. So when Emily Fraser asked, would I like to be part of it? I thought, yeah, let's give this a go. And I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would grow to just love it. And so soon, Carl, I remember watching your final against Germany. I was so bang up for it. I got to know the players by then. This was all in 1 week. That's when you know. It's like a relationship, isn't it, Carl? You know, don't you?
Mine and yours.
Yeah,
you
know straight away. But I think, look, to be honest with you, we've got so many sports. People say there's some people in TV and journalism who pretend to like every sport. It's unrealistic. Yep. A lot of my mates, a lot of your mates, all play golf. I don't play golf, but I don't play tennis. I'm not a massive cricket fan, but I appreciate it's a huge sport in this country. I've grown to love this sport, and I think I've got 4 or 5 sports now that I know a hell of a lot about. That's enough for me, and I've genuinely grown to love this. And I wouldn't say yes to covering this sport if I didn't grow to love it, because the sport and the fans deserve to have someone who's passionate about it. And that was my promise from day one. And it was my promise really to Emily. They didn't say it to her face, but I thought if I didn't enjoy doing it, I wouldn't carry it on. And boy, did I enjoy it.
Right, I've got a quick question. Because obviously I've played pool from such a young age and I've been around the pool world a lot. What is it you love about pool?
I think with pool, because I've come from darts as well.
Yep.
And what made darts massive? Well, the PDC came in, Barry Hearn decided I can make this huge. The darts was originally at the lakeside. When you don't move with the times moves you.
Yep.
And it's and the BDO is no more. The PDC moved into arenas. You look at the players, Michael Van Gerwen Price. They're like wrestling WWE characters. They've got nicknames, walk-on music. It's like /boxing/wrestling. In pool, there's characters. I see it. There's marketable players. And there's something about it. I mean, you always said to me about how special the Moscone Cup was. But I see players here and I see players travelling all around the world. I just think this sport could blow in a good way. It could explode.
Yep.
The travelling the players are doing, and a lot of them have added me on social media, and I'm really, intrigued to see where they're going. Flying from Vegas, flying to here, then they fly to here, fly to there. So I think there's a huge scope for this sport to get even bigger. And as I say, I wouldn't want to be part of something if I didn't think that, and I strongly believe that. But in this country, we are up against a load of sports.
Yeah.
But I see enough, and I look at this beautiful arena. I see only good things coming forward. Sky Sports have taken on the UK Open, which is great. Emily's always looking to make every venue, every tournament bigger prize money, rankings. I only think it's going to go from strength to strength, this sport. I really do.
Right, I know you're very busy, so I'm not going to keep you too long. I'm going to ask you 2 off-the-cuff questions.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite dart player?
Well, personal friendship. I have to say that I get on with all of them. I'm lucky. I mean, I love.
Yeah, come on, stop licking ass. Who's your favourite dart?
Joe Cullen.
Oh, as if you said Joe Cullen,
your
no.
cousin.
No, all right, well, we'll leave that one in.
Yeah.
And who's your favourite pool player? Obviously, you've been in the sport for a year. Whether it's the way they play, let's just not like who you've spent most of your time in the bar with.
Look, some of the players have become friends. You know, they have genuinely. You know, but and one person who isn't a friend because he keeps himself to himself is Shane Van Boening. But he has an aura about him. He hasn't won a world title, for example, but when he comes on table one, whatever tournament it is, I want to watch the guy. Whether it's the break yesterday, which you never see, which you never really see in world-class pool.
Yeah.
And then I see 2 golden breaks today. That is Shane Van Boening. That's pay-per-view pool. That's what I like. So from a non-personal, you know, and look, don't get me wrong, he's a lovely bloke, but as you're talking about players who I've become friends with, if you say in terms of favourite, if I was a fan sitting there, I'd want to watch Shane Van Boening. That's, you know, like we said, the break incident yesterday, then 2 golden breaks. Love it. That's what I like.
Bridget, thanks for having a chat. Thanks to telling all the pool fans what you're about and your first year in pool. I know you're a busy man, so I'm going to let you get back to it.
Thank you.